What's good, man? Just chilling here at SOBs, getting ready for the show tonight. You know, album release party, Smoking Mirrors, DuckDown Records, you know, trying to make it crack. Well, you know, we've been doing a lot of press, a lot of radio with Sirius Satellite, Shade 45, Hip Hop Nation, The Joint, everywhere, man. You know, we've been just trying to push this thing along, you know what I'm saying? It's my first solo record, so we're trying to go hard on it. Well, you know, the album is called Smoking Mirrors, and Smoking Mirrors is basically a term for, you know, shit that, you know, not everything is what it seems to be, you know? Don't judge a book by the cover type of thing, because, you know, with hip-hop right now, what you see in the videos is a lot of bullshit. You know, you see these dudes in videos laying up in big-ass mansions, rolling in these expensive cars with all this jewelry, but what you don't see is when the video's done, those cars go back to the garage of the rightful owner. You gotta leave the mansion and those broads are going back home to their real man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a false perception that you know, the video outlets and radio pretty much perpetuate and whatnot. So that kind of inspired what the title is, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, Audio Hustlers is my production team. You know, it's myself, Salam Rec, who produced one of the joints on my record, Jay Turner, who produced a few songs on the record as well. Audio Hustlers is Young D as well. I mean, it's a whole clique. It's kind of like our Soul Assassin camp, but just like another branch of it, you know what I mean? And right now, the artist that we're trying to develop is Young D. Right now, you know, he's been featured on my record. He's going to be featured on the Cypress record. He's also featured on the next Soul Assassin album that Muggs is working on. So we've all been trying to give him a hard push, you know, because we believe in him. We believe in his talent. And he's got a good head on his shoulder and a good hustle. So, you know, that's who we're focusing on now. We got other cats in the mix and stuff, but, you know, we're still working on those cats. We don't want to, you know, put too much out there yet because it's still in the developmental stages. D is further along than everybody else we're fucking with right now, so, you know, we're going hard on him. So, well, a lot of them cats was family, you know. Snoop Dogg, you know, he did me a solid because, you know, we be doing each other favors on music all day, and we be smoking tough, you know. He's one of my boys. He's always been a supporter of Cypress Hill, you know, so it was only natural to go after the dog, you know, go after the big boss. And Exhibit, you know, we've always been family with him, you know. Muggs produced some stuff for him a while back, and, you know, we had never really got a chance fully to work together as rappers, so, you know, that sort of just fell together for us, and it was a great look because he killed the verse. And Too Short, that was lucky, you know, because we had the whole album done and we came up with the last song and was like, I don't know if it fits with everything else we got. It's a little to the left. But, you know, when my partner Jay and D came up with the concept, you know, we were like, hey man, Too Short would sound perfect on this. We need to get him. And if it comes out the way we think it's going to sound, then we'll put it on the record. As we were waiting for him, you know, Corrupt came to the studio because he lives close by, so he constantly comes down, smokes out, visits, and, you know, gives us opinions and whatnot. He was like, yo, what's that? Too Short's gonna be on that? I need to get on that. Let me get on that with y'all. We're like, hell yeah, let's get Corrupt on it. Get Gotti on here, man. And you know, he blessed us with the hot verse too, you know what I mean? So all the collabos just sort of happened, you know, like with Damien. I was at a Snoop Dogg show at the Greek Theater. I was going to talk with him about the song we was going to do for my record, and I seen Damien there. I said, man, he'd be perfect for this other joint. Let me see if he's interested. And he laced it up and killed it for me, you know what I mean? So it was all we kept it in-house family style type shit, and it worked out for us, you know what I mean? We got a lot of West Coast heavyweights on there, which you don't really hear too much on one record. You might hear one cameo here, one cameo there, and we all talk about uniting like East Coast cats do. You know, East Coast cats fuck with each other on the records. You know, they collaborate all the time, and it shows a unification out here, and that's what we need on the West Coast. So I took it upon myself to sort of just let it happen and run with it. Because at first I didn't intend to have that many features, you know. I just intended to have Snoop, you know. So I got lucky, you know, and then I ran with it. Right now, the joint that we pushing out, we just actually completed the video for it. It's being finished right now. Is the song called Fire with Damian Marley. Originally I made it like a club track, but when he got on it, you know, it became a smoking joint. So you know what I'm saying? No pun intended, but that's what it turned out to be. So you know, I just went with the flow and rewrote my shit to make it a smoke song as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one we're pushing right now. That's the first single out the box, and we'll see where we go from there, man. You know, we just you know, God willing, have people that relate to it or find something about it that they like. You know, if you like substance, this is the record for you. You know what I mean? And you know, there's no vocoder or auto tune on it, and that's no disrespect to the cats that do that. But you know, I had to go against the grain and do something different. So this is a traditional hip hop record, but you know, right now in this day and time, you know what I'm saying? Well, Muggs wasn't on this record. You know, I tried to not go to him for help, because then it would just be an extension of Cypress Hill, and then the question would have been how come you guys didn't get Sen on it? You know what I mean? I got Sen for one song, you know what I mean? But that was about it, because I wanted the record to be different than what Cypress is, from the sound to the content to my flows and delivery and all that stuff. So, you know, I didn't ask my brothers for too much help, you know what I mean, so that I could put it on my back solely, you know what I mean? But we are working on a new Cypress Hill record together, and that shit is going to be hot, and it's going to have, you know, all of us contributing to it, all of us, you know, just making the best record we can. Myself, Muggs, Sen Dog, and Bobo. Pretty much I got lucky, man. I was shopping the deal to a few people, and they were offering me bullshit deals and trying to get me to do what Cypress does, and I specifically wanted to do, you know, the opposite of what Cypress does, you know. So, you know, like I said, to keep it different, to keep it distinct. And you know, DuckDown was the only one really that got where I was coming from, and they were excited about the music they heard. So, you know, it was a win-win. The main thing that changed about the game is that music is more accessible to positive and negative. Positive because if there's artists that you're not hearing about through the MTVs and the BETs and the radio shows and all that stuff, you can find them online. The fucked up part about it is that you can find it online for free. So it devalues the music a little bit, makes it harder for you to get paid from what you do for a living, as far as, you know, selling your record. You got to rely more on your live shows and your merchandise and other opportunities that might come. So there's a positive and negative, you know, but the one positive thing from it is that if they like your record, even if they got it for free, they're going to come watch the show and come get the merch, you know what I mean? So you can't bootleg the show. You got to continue to pull out quality music. You gotta do you. Don't fall into somebody else's lane. Don't copy what they do. You can be inspired by it, you know, but you gotta do you, because the thing is, you have to be distinct. You have to stand out above all others, or maybe not above others, but you gotta make sure that they know it's you and you're not a copy of so and so. You know what I mean? A lot of people emulate other people that inspire them, but they take it to a whole other degree, and then they end up sounding like the guy that they idolize, and you can't really get respect for that. I mean, people recognize your talent, but they're gonna say, well, you just sound like this dude. He's biting off this homie. You gotta find something that makes you distinct from everybody else, and you gotta have the music to back it up. What's good? This is Be Real, the Buddha Master, right here on Product of Society Street Entertainment. Want to shout out to all my Soul Assassin brothers, all my Audio Hustler production team, all the fans out there that support us. You know, we just gonna keep it moving, and you know, like Diddy, we ain't gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We don't stop.
Product of society, street entertainment. You already know what it is, man. I'm Young G, man, straight out of LA by way of Philly. So it's going down. Holla at me. Yeah.